Welcome back, everybody, to One Ride on this Roller Coaster. I'm going to call this a short ride. I'm going to talk about a recent trip we made to a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Helsinki. A little sea fortress called Suomenlinna. I'm going to show you pictures, talk a little bit about it, and hope you're able to enjoy the trip with me. Suomenlinna is on an island, so you're going to have to take a ferry from the harbor to the island, but you can use your normal Metro Pass to make the short 20-minute trip from the harbor to the island. The Finnish Navy keeps their naval academy on the island of Suomenlinna. It's really the only military activity that still exists on the island, as they shut the rest of the military down on the island in 1973. This is Suomenlinna Kirkko, or Suomenlinna Church. This was originally a Russian Orthodox church. However, after Finland gained independence from Russia in 1917, they converted it to Lutheran, which is the predominant religion within the nation of Finland. Suomenlinna, or Sveaborg as it was known at the time, first saw action during the Russo-Swedish War in 1788. Sveaborg had been built by the Swedes with the help of the French to protect from an invasion from Russia, as Peter the Great had built up quite the powerful navy as we know it today. Next major action to be seen at Suomenlinna was during the Crimean War. By this time, Finland had been given to Russia from Sweden, and the base was bombarded heavily by one of the most powerful navies in the world at the time, the British. Suomenlinna didn't see any action in World War I. Finland had gained independence in the middle of the Great War in 1917, but prior to independence, the Russians had fortified Suomenlinna, as it was a first point of attack in protecting St. Petersburg from mainland Europe. Submarine Vesico is one of the museums on Suomenlinna, and it was built in Turku, one of the major shipyards in Europe, in 1930. It's one of the most pristine submarines that I've seen, especially when you consider its age, and it did see some action in the early parts of World War II. And as you can see here, the design called for riveted hulls, which is quite harrowing when you look at the technology that we are using today. While Suomenlinna has lots of museums for tourists to visit, the thing that attracts the locals is that it's just a beautiful place to go for a walk. As you can see here, it provides a beautiful view of the Gulf of Finland and a lot of the other islands that are a part of the archipelago. It provides many miles of just walking trails across cobblestones. You can climb up on the ramparts of the fort and look out over the city. However, if you're in Suomenlinna towards the fall or the autumn and into the winter, it can become quite cold, and the wind blowing off the Gulf of Finland is quite painful. So if it was something where you were to go visit in the later part of the season, make sure that you are bundled up. It is much more dreary in the later months of the year than it is during the summer. This is the King's Gate. When Sveaborg was being built in the 1700s, this is where the King of Sweden would come and check the progress on one of the most important forts in their military structure. This was being built by the French and the Swedes at the time to protect Sweden and its possessions, as well as mainland Europe, from any invasion from the growing Russian Empire led by Peter the Great. All right, everybody. Suomenlinna, I think, is it's a fantastic site. When I was working there as an expat, my buddies and I, we would make frequent trips over there. It's a good walking tour, a little bit of history, beautiful scenery, and if anybody ever has a chance to visit Finland, or even if you're visiting Estonia and you come over to Helsinki for the day, make sure you stop by Suomenlinna. Good museum, nice cafes, and it's a really good place to visit. So until next time, take care of yourself, look out for each other, and everyone enjoy the holidays. And as they say in Finland, Wuva Jokila.